I've said this many times on other podcasts. I've said it here. For every public success you see, there are 1,000 private failures and probably also 1,000 successes, but they don't actually seem like successes until later.
This episode is going to be about how learning matters, but you learn the most while in motion and while executing against your goals and dreams.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2176, success isn't really about the aha moments. That might seem counterintuitive. Alan sent me a clip the other day of, I don't remember if it was the one you sent me of Ray Dalio. I don't remember who it was. But somewhere in the conversation, I could be making this up completely.
No,
somewhere in the conversation, I believe he said, it was about nobody's success is actually what they thought their success was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because along the way, doors get opened to you that you didn't know were going to get opened. But the only reason those doors get opened is because you're already walking towards a door that you think you want to get through. Aha moments happen, and they're really good indicators that you're on the right path. They're good indicators that you're off the path. There's a lot of things. But if you're only playing for aha moments, you're not going to do the work behind the scenes that'll actually create those. That is my thesis, which goes very similar to what we talked about trajectory matters more than current position. It's a very similar concept, but the aha moments are what gets celebrated. The aha moments, I know my camera just did the thing, are what people are striving for, and that's what we see on social media. We see the aha moments that eventually lead to success, but there's so many things that have to go into the aha moments. That's my thesis in the episode.
When Kevin and I first started, you wanted to be a successful podcaster. The closest thing that I could point to of someone who had a career that I aspired to was Tony Robbins. The closest thing you could point to was Joe Rogan at the time. And you wanted to be a successful podcaster. That's the vision. Be a successful podcaster. The way in which you thought that would go versus the way it's going. So you've become a successful podcaster. That's great. You've achieved your dream, and that's a dream that gets higher as you climb. But the approach is completely different than you thought. You didn't do it the same way Joe Rogan did at all. It's completely different. And
everything's different.
Everything's different with me too. Tony did mostly live events in person. And then when COVID happened, we went fully virtual, and everything's different. So
isn't that all coaching really is you're essentially going to someone and saying, I know you think it's going to work this way, but it's not. Because when I started, I thought it was going to work that way too, and it didn't. That's literally, that's a big piece. When I work with podcasters, they're always, and I'm not saying you can't do this. We have clients that do this, but it's always the same thing. It's like, well, I'm going to grow my show through interviews to the point where I can get sponsors and make $100,000 a month. And it's like, yeah, no, I know. Same. Yeah, same. That's what I thought too. Until I realized, like, that ain't it, potentially. That ain't it for me, and that might not be it for you. I think that's a big piece. And let me just, real quick, one-liner blanket statement. This is my thesis. I always say my thesis in the episode. It is not about the aha moments. It's about what you do with the aha moments. That is my point for this episode.
What do you mean?
It's almost like the suggestion is when you have aha moments, that's what matters. Like, well, no, all an aha moment is a revelation of truth or a new input or a new awareness, and then you have to do something with it.
Yeah, of course.
I think for a lot of people, it's almost like, that's an aha moment. I put that in my pocket. I'm on the right path. Sure, but the aha moment dictates what happens next. It's not a celebration when you get there. It's a new input. That's it. And I know that's probably, you don't think of it that way. You don't think of it as like, oh, an aha moment means it's happening. It just means there's a new door that is opened that you have an opportunity to walk through.
Ever.
I think that's probably a common thought, because that's all we see is the aha moment.
So by that rationale, people think that learning is going to get them to their dreams?
I think when you hear somebody say, what's the one thing that made the difference? It's like, well, I was walking down the street one day and I just had this fucking aha moment. It's like, everybody's dog poops. I could have a company that goes around and picks up their dog poop for them. Now I'm a gazillionaire. Like, no, that's great. You had an idea. That's awesome. And then you went and did the first truck, and you went and picked up all the dog poop, and then you found someone to do it. That.
Oh. Yeah. So ideas. I'll share this with everybody. You can always spot a newbie entrepreneur when they think their idea is what's of value. When they're like, don't tell anyone. Hey, Kev, imagine if I came to you just real quick and be okay with laughing because you're not making fun of people. This is just the truth. Imagine if I can't, Kev, brother, I've got this idea. No one else has thought of it. Immediately your mind goes, that's not true. Yeah, of course that's not true. My very first company I was going to start was way back in 2012, and it was going to be, if you've ever been to RottenTomatoes.com, it's a place where you rate films, and there's critics, and then there's like accredited, I don't know what that means, and then the consumers. And then there was a website called Rate, R-A-T-E, myprofessor.com back when I was in college. And I had a landlord that was gaffing us in certain ways. Again, it wasn't terrible, but there wasn't a lot of accountability. It's kind of like, hey, deal with it. So,
yeah, okay. You need a place to live, and
yeah,
too bad.
Yeah, college kids don't have a lot of leverage. I don't have any money. Spend it all on college.
And booze.
Yeah. So I wanted to create a website called Rate. It was going to be a marriage between Rotten Tomatoes and RateMyProfessor.com. It was going to be RottenLandlords.com. And I pitched this idea to my friends at the time. We were going to start a website, whole thing. We ended up doing Campus Libre, which is a whole different thing. But it's not like I thought the idea was, the idea is good. It's a good idea. That actually should happen. I'm actually a little bit surprised it hasn't happened, to be honest. Maybe it has. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it has.
Yeah, maybe it has. But RottenLandlords.com is a great fucking idea. Imagine every college, there's 5,200 colleges in the U.S. alone. Every single college has landlords that just have sort of a little monopoly. One of my clients, has apartments outside of where I went to school. And brother, I'm not talking about you and your wife. Okay. In this case, I know you're an integrous man, but college kids have no accountability. So you used to be able to rate the professors that were terrible and or difficult. And then you could go online and say, okay, watch out for this professor. Don't take this course. So it held people more accountable. Imagine if movies, there was no critics, no one rated movies, you just have nothing to go off of. Like, you think that was good? I don't know. I got to go see it. You have to ask your friends. So it's a really cool resource, a really cool idea. So point is, ideas don't matter almost at all. All right, ready? Imagine hypothetical world. I want to win an Olympic gold medal. All right. Setting the goal is the easy part. I'm going to win an Olympic gold medal. Took me 3 seconds. Okay, now what? The rest is all execution. Now I have to basically spend the next 15 years doing nothing but trying to get that goal. Setting the goal is the easy part, but most people don't set the goal. So I talk about goals. I talk about goal setting. I did a deep research function on ChatGPT for a speech I gave on Wednesday. Only 3% of people have clear written goals. That is mind-blowing.
I think many people say them. They just don't set them. They're different.
Mm-hmm.
You with me on that? There's a difference between saying and intending. Those are two different things.
So you would say stuff with no intention of actually taking action on it?
Oftentimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, real quick. Fucking why? Why would you do that? I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. Honestly.
That's the only way I knew how to do it. It's just it was the only.
Do people think that saying it helps or something?
I just think that's because you start when you're young. You say shit.
You mean I've never done this before. I swear to God.
Where I said I was going to drive around in a Winnebago as a professional baseball player. I just kind of thought it was going to happen.
Next Level Nation, what is happening? If you've thought to yourself, I want to try coaching, but you don't really know where to start, group coaching would be a wonderful place for you. That's really why we created it in the first place. We start a new round every 90 days. So if you're hearing this, go to the website, nextleveluniverse.com, and we have the landing page where you can actually hold your spot right now. Even if there's a group going on right now, you can still lock your spot for the next one. The biggest thing that we've seen is as we get closer and closer to the date, unfortunately, some people end up missing. The group fills up and they can't do it, and then they end up regretting that. So please head over to the website. The link will be in the show notes, and we would love to see you there.
Hold on.
I'm
You
serious.
thought it was going to happen? There was nothing beyond that? What's the next
Trajectory.
layer?
I thought I was good and my friends were good and like we were going to go, and after high school we'd go to college or whatever, and then we'd play in college and eventually we'd get to the major leagues. That was it.
Did you ever take action on that?
I mean, I practiced baseball, not as much as I should have. I didn't go to college, which is a huge concern. Obviously, it's, I'm not going to get drafted right out of high school. No, but nobody ever told me how to do it. I never had the opportunity to go up to someone successful and say, how did you actually do it though? And tell me like the truth. I remember we had a family friend who somehow had money. I remember he had a really nice Corvette. And he was not, can't imagine you're listening. If you are listening, I don't mean this with any negativity. I'm definitely smarter than this person is, for sure. For sure. I love you if you're out there. And I don't know how this person made their money, but if I sat down and said, like, how did you make your money? Like, give me a step-by-step process. I don't think they would have given me a very good one that would have been useful.
And the reason why is because they are ashamed of the way they made the money. They don't want you to know that they don't have some, or they don't know.
Or they don't know. It's just like, I got into real estate pretty early, and then I had 15 units before it really became a big thing, and then it happened to be in a good spot, and now I have 15 properties that, like, oh, so you didn't do that on purpose? No, it just kind of happened. Just kind of worked that way. It's like, oh, okay. So I think that's a piece of it.
This is a story that I think will be very relevant. So we looked this up before. What is one Bitcoin worth? In 2007, in our dorm room, we were mining for Bitcoin. It's worth $108,000. I did stumble upon that. I wasn't the one mining for Bitcoin. It was Ramsey. And if I had gotten a few Bitcoin and then just hung on to it, let's say I had 100 Bitcoin, 108 times 108,000 times 100. Yeah, I'd have $10.8 million. Imagine if I had $10.8 million and I was like, yeah, man, in 2007, me and my roommates, we like mined for this thing. It was like Bitcoin. I can't even, dude, between you and me, that's like winning the lottery. There's nothing useful for other people in that.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's my point. There's nothing useful.
That makes for a really good teaser clip and a really good episode title. How Alan made $10.7 million by accident. There's the episode.
No one should listen to that.
But everybody wants to. Because they want to make $10.7 million by accident too.
But you can't do it by accident, by definition. By definition, there's nothing of value in that episode. By definition.
I understand, but I'm telling you, it's not about value. It's about perceived value. That's where things get wonky.
Can't do it. Nothing. Okay. Execution, iteration, improvement, consistency. There is no way around the work. I think that's really what it comes down to. I didn't work for the Bitcoin thing. That was just, I happened to be right place, right time.
Yeah.
2007 is when Bitcoin was invented. I happened to be around geniuses who were on Tech TV.
But you also had done a lot of work leading up to that to allow you to be around those people. So
that's a good point. That's a great point.
So that's a piece of it.
But that's not fucking why. So, okay. I know. Okay. It is interesting, though. Okay, straight A's in high school. I did all that work.
I didn't know anybody that was mining for Bitcoin.
That's a good point, and you wouldn't. And
we were making weed smoking devices out of tin cans in the woods. That is what I was doing.
Well, I guess I did get lucky then, huh? That is a weird duality, though, because I didn't intend on anything Bitcoin ever. I was never that was never part of the plan. Okay, here's my next level lesson. You set a goal that you actually intend on working toward. I find it fascinating that I even have to say that, to be honest. Like, you can't set a goal and not intend on working toward it. What's the point of setting the goal then? But whatever. Okay. I don't want to. So you set a goal that you intend on actually working toward, and then opportunities are attracted to the path. I said this to you recently. NLU and the mission. NLU, it's not about you. It's not about me. NLU is about the mission of bringing personal development and success principles to the masses in our own unique way, helping people reach their full potential. Everything, your AMG GTR is going to be a byproduct of that mission. There it is, right there. There's the one. He's going to, honey, I unshrunk the kids and blow it up and drive it away. But seriously, when you get that car, it will have nothing to do with the goal of getting the car. As a matter of fact, the goal of getting the car would have held you back from getting the car.
But that's when I do the post in however many years it's going to be, I have to make sure that I say it's not about the car, where it doesn't work as well. I'm telling you, everybody's looking for a micro moment instead of a macro impact. That's it. Because if I say, I'll never forget, I had this car on my desk for the last 10 years, and now I drove the same exact thing off the lot, and I've been thinking about that every day. If I don't have somewhere in there, my main focus was to grow my company as much as humanly possible and impact as many people as humanly. If I leave that out, it doesn't matter.
Well, why would people leave that out?
Because that wasn't really their goal.
That's so unfortunate. Well, for our listeners, we're just going to tell you the truth.
We are. The truth is we have to jump.
Yeah.
The truth is we have to jump right now.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
It's a good episode, man.
Seriously. It is a good episode. All right. We got to hop. We're going to see you. I was going to say we're going to see you in a minute. We're recording another episode right
Meet
after
up. Link in the show notes. Register. It's going to help you set your life up for success. Real success in real life.
Boom. All right. That's Thursday. That's this coming Thursday. Next Level Nation. We'll have the link in the show notes for that as well. As always, we love you, appreciate you, grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are as committed as you say you are to getting to the next level, make sure you tune in tomorrow, because we will be here literally every single day to help you get there.
Keep reaching for your full potential. Next Level Nation.